welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube. And I should have had it all set up for Rumble, but I forgot. So I'm going to have to upload it later. But anyway, I'm here with my buddy Grant, also known as Royal Bricks 503. And I got to see him yesterday also at the Portlug meeting, which was a lot of fun. How are you doing, Grant?
Doing well. Always a good time at the leg meetings.
Well, you know what's fun is that we had a special visitor too, that we had a drop-through visitor by Stephen Yo, also known as Yo-Yo Firebricks, who just kind of slid in towards the end of the meeting. And it was really nice to have, celebrities, I guess Lego celebrities drop by when they can. And I missed Boone last month.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to make last month's meeting because I had COVID. Yay. So didn't want to spread it to everybody. But also we have in the green room, we have Yvette, also known as Two Humble Bricks. How's it going, Yvette?
Good. Sorry I'm late. Had camera issues.
Oh, no worries. This is a very casual place. So, we're just building the Daily Bugle. So for those of you who know, the Daily Bugle is a huge set. It's got over 3,000 pieces. And this is, I think, our third session now that we've done. And we've gotten to roughly bag 7. And I just realized that my pieces are in the other room. I'm going to have to go grab those when we get started. I was getting this camera set up because you probably noticed my backdrop is a little different. Because Batman here used to be in my backdrop, many moons ago. And I was talking to PT McEwen and I said, hey, I need to bring Batman back because I could see him on the other side of the room. So I have Batman's back. And then this Lego sign, I've had this Lego sign and I was talking to the Dream Builders, I think last month, and asked them, should I just hang it there? And so it's going to be there until somebody tells me to take it down. And welcome to the chat, Glenn Copeland, and boop to you too. So good to have you here. So I think we're just right now going through the various stages, and I also have this side camera that's set up. So I'll add that to the stream, and let me put Grant back to where he was. There we go. So this was the last bit that we worked on. And so this is a second floor. Oh, so you put yours on top of the other one already, Grant. It looks like. Here, let me highlight you real quick.
It's just sitting up there. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll pop it back off. But I need to save space on my table.
Right. And if you can show that again, actually into the camera frame. Yeah. So you notice that there's the fire escape. That was a big part of what we built. And this is actually a good test. If you can expand the ladder. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. Because I was wondering how that was going to all fit together. It looks great. And then also, since you're showing that, there's the breakaway wall that's right next to the ladder there.
It is. If I can get to it, that's the harder. It's easier if I take it off. There we go.
Glenn says, I see Grant is wearing a classic heron.
I am. Yes, I love heron.
Yes.
Every time I go to a convention with him, I always have to get 3. I always have to get 3.
3, wow.
So, yes.
Yeah, so the breakaway wall is really cool. And then this is great. You just go ahead and do the Vanna White thing. We have in the back, we have the hidden compartment with the satchel. So that's your left, my right. So there's a little, the backpack is hidden over there. And then we have on the other side, we have the bird, which is sitting on the sill. That's a neat little feature on the side of the building. And then at the bottom,
if I can get it.
What is that on the bottom?
The lights. So this one?
Yeah, there we go. So we have the lights that are on the alleyway. This is great. So if you've been following along, we've been building together kind of in a build and chat format. And just kind of plugging along as we go through. So I have this build camera on my side here. So if I need to show you any specific details, you can see that this is the newsroom that's on the second floor. And there's a lot of printed tiles, which is awesome. So you have these over, oops, sorry, I got to do this right with the the camera in the way. There we go. So we have all these printed tiles here. We have some over here as well. And then also we had some stickers that went onto the monitors. So I did that off stream because stickers kind of slow you down. Okay, so I think we're just going to go ahead and start plowing through. I'm going to step aside and go get my pieces. They're over in the other room. The whole box, I rearranged a lot of things. So I'm going to go grab that. So I'll be back.
So Yvette, have you already put in your order for your Marvel series?
I have. I actually went to eBay and just purchased the set. It's just so much easier that way.
Yeah.
And first of all, it's hard for me to even find figs because I'm competing with somebody in my area.
Oh.
And so it takes me forever to find them. And then when I do find them, they're just rummaged through and just look real crazy and they've been squeezed to death. So I just go to eBay or I either order a box or I order a set, you know, from a seller online on eBay. And it just takes all that out.
How many sets come in a box? Is it 2 or 3 sets?
3 sets.
Okay, hit me up. If you buy a box,
yeah,
you get to sell the third one.
On Instagram, Brady Joyner Bricks did a really good kind of breakdown of the series, and also like went through and like he from at least from his book box, he did the entire breakdown of where all of them were, like what numbers were there. So seeing if there are any patterns, you know, allowing people to see if there are any patterns or anything. So he did a really good job of that. And then also break down like all the prints and everything that came in it.
Didn't you say you were going to weigh them?
Yeah, somebody created a guide already as to how much they weigh.
Oh,
based on the box.
Well, the first one, I'm like, that's
so odd.
The first one I saw was like, oh, there's 3 17s, there's 3 18s, and 3 19s. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. And then someone came out with like 17.6. I'm like, yep, there we go. That sounds better.
Yeah.
So Glenn is suggesting also minifiguresplus.com.
Okay. Yes, that's another good one. Yeah, that is a good one. But I stopped doing all of that feeling bags. It also felt kind of creepy in the line. You in the aisle and you just feeling all on the bags, and I'm just like thinking, somebody stare at me while I'm doing this.
I just don't have that gift. I think, you know, there's some people who can just feel a bag and all of a sudden, okay, that's Pocahontas, or okay, that's, you know, another character. I just don't have that gift. So I just said, you know, I'm gonna leave it to the professionals.
Oh no, that is me. I am the person that sits there. I don't care if you look at me weird. I am doing what I'm doing. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And so at the store, like oftentimes, like for a while, like when it's the first sections, like, hey, will you help someone find something? Yep, I'll help. What are you looking for? Just going through feeling what all the things. Like, you can't tell. I'm like, yeah, you can. You can tell. But you have to know what you're looking for. It is
exactly.
That's what you for.
Exactly.
I've tried to do that, but I always end up with duplicates. So clearly I don't have the gift that you have. So you can see, if you've been watching my down camera, there's 2 bags, and then in the big bag there's a sub bag too.
Yeah. You're gonna clear your head. Now,
is there a lamp post in this one? Because there's a translucent head in here.
I'm gonna say it's probably a lamp or something. No. Oh, it's a coffee pot. So no.
Oh, it's a coffee pot. Okay. Yep. All right. Interesting. I always find it interesting when they have special translucent heads. So I've been trying to mute my phone or my microphone when I get ready to put these out on the tray. You don't have that loud sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do that last stream, but then I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that this time because it's annoying.
Well, some people like it. You know, if it ASMR, you know, you do here's the crinkle of the bag, and then you talk softly while you do that. I don't know. That's got to be really popular fairly recently, right? The ASMR.
Yeah.
What was funny is that Beyond the Brick did one with Boone. And you know, Boone has a very loud, booming voice. Right? And just look up Beyond the Brick ASMR Boone builds. I think you'll find it.
Okay.
And it's just, you know, even opening the box, they'll have the box and they'll like click with your fingernails on the box and do some other things. Yeah, but it was just kind of unusual seeing Boone in that kind of setting. Now, is this game? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He also has that like melodic voice too, so he can also kind of do the fun stuff with it. So it's not just the
Boone has
loud,
nice
but he can also
voice.
do the engaging and you know.
Yeah, he has a really nice voice.
So we have a minifig here. I think this is James Jonah Jameson, right? Is this the editor of the?
No, that is Ben Ehrlich. A Bugle reporter.
Oh, he's a reporter. Okay.
Always first for the big stories.
Ready for the big story.
I'm glad they put this minifigure guide at the beginning because I would not know who half these people are.
Yeah,
I like that edition because I don't think it's always like that.
It's not always like that.
I like these little minifigure furniture too. We have the drawers.
Well, I'm liking these donuts.
The donuts?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten to the donuts yet.
Oh, it's right there. So it'll be in a minute. But it's also in a pink box, so it makes me think if there's several pink boxes.
Voodoo Donuts.
They're one of them. Yes. Yes.
I don't think they had one in the Voodoo Donuts in the Spider-Man movies, but
no, I highly doubt that.
I don't think they've ever done product placement in there.
Not usually. Oh.
How come I'm not finding the second drawer? Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's a cute coffee pot. Hard to place though. It's hard to get the place right.
This is, I guess, the furniture that's going to go in the corner. Yeah, you're right about space. So it's like the way I've managed space is to just put things on trays. So this is like one of the trays that I have for building. So you can see that. Get it in the frame there. Oh, Brick Jedi's here. Ahoy, hoy, Brick Jedi.
Hi, Brick Jedi.
Hey.
Yeah, we're still building. I think we're gonna end up with like 5 or 6 streams doing this build.
Yeah, because we're usually about 2 bags for 4 hours.
2 bags or is it 2 bags for 4 hours? Is it that much? I guess it is. Now that you mention it.
2 to 3 hours, or 3 to 4 hours.
Longer for me because I end up doing another stream on Twitch to catch up. But yeah. So you really got to like this build. But it's kind of like I was telling people, you listen to this like you're listening to the radio. So you do something else, like you're sorting or cleaning up the house while you're listening to us as we start building this, and there might be some cool features that we'll point out, like the minifig that we were just showing. Oh, the coffee pot. Okay, this looks like an interesting build.
It is.
Oh, okay. I will do a close-up of this because this is very cool, actually. This is dope, yo. I just gotta find the tooth. And
Oh, and I am loving the next item you're building. It's fun.
oh, I was looking for the okay, so let's do a close-up of this here. All right. So 1x2 jumper, and then you have your trans head. Then you have a 1x1 with clip, like a side clip, like that. And then you have a tooth. And the tooth goes like that. So now you have a little coffee pot. How cool is that? That is very, very fun. Brick Jedi says he just picked up the Wolverine's Claws set. So I'm just building and listening. Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's exactly what this is all about. And I think this is a very fun little build. And this is why I love side camera.
I love the next build more. It's very cute.
Oh, the next build.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me finish, I guess, the cookies. You have a tray of cookies that we got, right? On a pink 2x2?
Not cookies, it's donuts.
Donuts. Okay.
Donuts.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So this is what we're putting donuts on here.
Yeah, Brick Jedi, there are people that have been hating on the Wolverine claw, but I love it. Like it's because it brings me back to that nostalgia of the cartoon, and I love it. Like it makes me very happy.
Okay, so this.
I have yet to pick it up though.
You did pick it up too.
Not yet. No, I haven't picked it up yet, but I will.
Okay. So we got the coffee pot, we got the donuts, and then we have the third build, right? All right, so here, just to kind of give you a sense of where these are.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, so we have the donuts here, the coffee pot, and then we have the last build, which I'll work on now. I guess that goes to the right. Is that right? It looks like a water cooler or something.
It is. It's really cool.
All right, so we got a 2x2 trans, a 2x2 round jumper, a trans stud, and then this is the weird part, a 1x2 jumper, and then after that, the baby bottle piece. There's the baby bottle piece, or inkwell, depending on who you talk to. Oh, oops, I missed a step. My bad. I was supposed to put this first. This, I guess. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, so we have another one of those 1x1s with a clip. Then the baby bottle piece goes on top. Okay, now sub build this Travis brick.
Oh, Brick Jedi got bought the Wolverine Claws set.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he mentioned that, and I think Grant was saying you're gonna get it. Did you say you're gonna get it?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it. It totally reminds me back to the old days of Wolverine, of the animated series that I grew up on.
Now, what do you think about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine?
He's done a great job.
Yeah, I love him.
I love him.
So this is an interesting thing. You see, we put the Travis brick, a 1x1, and then the slope, and then you turn it upside down like that. And that goes onto this baby bottle piece like that. So I guess it's a water dispenser.
Yep.
I know I'm not done yet, right? Do I have more steps?
Keep going.
Ah, okay.
It'll become much more clear.
Okay, I see. And then we turn this upside down. Oh, okay. And then we put the 2x2 clear or the trans blue? No, I guess it is the clear.
Yep, this is the only one.
Okay. So there, that is your water cooler. And oh, nope, not quite done yet. We have some panels. I was wondering what these Travis snot bricks are going to be for. So I guess like that. Yep. And then on the other side. Okay, that is very cool. So there's your water cooler.
They gave us the fun.
What's that?
They gave us the fun stuff before. Now we have to be in the boring stuff.
Oh, is that right?
When
Okay,
anything says
seeing where the water cooler goes, it goes in the back near the water bottle or this green bottle.
by the green bottle, yep.
All right, so it's going over here. Ah, I'm not very good with my left hand, so it's kind of like getting it to clutch. There we go. So we got a water cooler in the back with that little green bottle. And then we have the donuts and the coffee pot. And then we have a mug because you need to have something to put the coffee in.
But I love it's the pink mug.
It's a pink mug to go with the pink box of donuts. Nice. Okay, so now you said the boring stuff is coming?
If anything says 4X, yep.
Oh, 4X, oh no.
Sorry, 14X.
14X?
Yep.
Okay, well, we're doing a lot of these, I guess. I do like these pieces. I mean, these 1 by 1 by 1 2/3. But apparently we've got to do 5 columns.
Yeah,
so
I do a monthly adult building night, and I provide a lot of the sets because like I overbuy and I don't actually use them, and Lego should be used. So I bring some sets with me to let my friends build them.
Right.
And
That's cool.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Because also I have FOMO, so if I don't buy it now, it's going to be gone. I still have, if I want the part or I want to build it, I still can do that. But so someone did the botanical set, as the Friends botanical set, or the botanical garden.
How many did you buy?
I bought 2 of them, but we built one. And as we were taking it apart, I actually saw that some, like 8 of the white ones, it's that same brick you were just talking about, the stop brick. This
one?
Yeah.
In what color?
It was in white.
Oh, nice.
But they, like 8 of them split. So I have to talk to Lego to get them to replace them because they're brand new set, so they split.
So they cracked?
Yep, they cracked.
Oh wow, that's not good.
Right. It's not, but it's also Lego, so Lego will take care of it. But yeah.
Right. That's definitely quality control that they got to work on.
Right. But it's also great that I don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to get them to fix it?
Right.
No, they will.
So you can see I'm building 5 of these. I'm up to 3 now. And then what I usually do is I will even them up on the tabletop just by pushing them down so that they're more aligned. Yeah, I think we had a really good meeting. That was the first time I've been to that Flying Pie pizza place.
It's a good place.
Yeah. So our meeting event, we had the challenge was a food item.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple people bring in some food items, and we have this tradition in Portland where you take a frying pan and you use it as a token, and you put it either on or next to the build that you like as a vote.
Uh-huh.
It's little. I think they're green frying pans. I
I was
don't know
gonna say,
where
not
the
just-
tradition came from, but it's how we vote.
We vote with puppies. We vote with puppies.
Puppies?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
That's awesome.
So you just have like a stack of puppies and you just bring them to every meeting?
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
We vote with puppies. Whoever gets the most puppies.
Nice.
I like that. Might have to adopt that sometime. Okay, so we got 5 of these, and I'm going to straighten them out. Okay, so these are just going to go around.
And then what was it for?
So Glenn says gone, aka more expensive. Are you referring to the minifigs, or what do you mean by gone? Retired sets. Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is easy. So all of these go onto the pillars that have the dark bluish gray on there. So, because I was thinking I was going to have to count the studs, but this makes it easier. It was like, all right.
What do you think the next modular gonna be?
Ooh.
Well, they've done so many of your standard. Have they done a post office yet?
No.
That's always my hope.
Okay, maybe it's a post office.
They've done what I think they've done like in a city version, or like one of the I think one of the winter villages a few years ago had one, but
yeah, post office would be nice. They had the police department with the donut shop next to it.
I think it
So
would be
maybe
nice to get a hospital.
a hospital would be great.
That would be cool too.
Also, since we were talking about donut shops, we could have some more of those little side, like a delicatessen. Have they done a delicatessen? They've done a grocer.
Yeah, I think they've had a deli.
Yeah, a deli would be kind of nice. Maybe combined with something else. I've not seen any rumors for the next modular.
No, I haven't either.
We're still a ways out. Wait till about November, December.
Mm-hmm. Well, I only have one modular, so I only have the Parisian restaurant, and then I have my own mods that I've made or mocks. So I probably should think about in my own city what I should have. But I do have a little post office in my city. I just took apart the wharf though, so I need to do that. I have an ice cream shop. I converted one of the Friends sets to a modular, so I did that. I have a ramen shop and a dojo. That might be cool. They wanted to put a ramen shop. Let's see, what else do I have? See, if I laid out all of these modulars into a city, that actually wouldn't look too bad. I had a pier, but I took the pier down. I needed the plates for something else. Let's see. All right. Now this is nice. This 1x16 that they give you.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that piece very often.
Yes. And when I was talking to the guys who do the new Hashima builds, that some of their their base cubes, you need like 1x16s, and they're hard to come by. So they had to like send people care packages with some of these parts in them. All right, so now for this one, we're staggering these back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, what else would be good for a modular? So we said hospital, post office.
Post office.
As much as I want a post office, I've been begging for a post office. I also know that I should never get into modulars, so I'm gonna stay out of it because that's a slippery stuff for me. Once I start with them, I gotta have them all, and
Yeah, you're a completionist. That's why.
Oh,
yeah, well, I already climbed that slope and I'm stuck because I have all of them. So I'm stuck.
Yeah. Well, and I like I know with this one, like had Bricknista, had you not brought this up, I probably would still be over there unbuilt and probably not be built for another year. So
Well,
so
that's
having
motivation,
modular,
right?
then I probably would sit and just be unbuilt.
Unbuilt
Would be
for
sad.
however long.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what this was going to turn into.
Here's that 1x16 right there. Is a massive, I guess, support beam. And then I'm trying to find. I'm missing one more of these because I have 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm supposed to have a 6th one. That's why I'm looking to see if I covered it up or if it's hiding somewhere. I'm
One
sure
thing
I have
I
an
like
extra.
I really like about this build is there's a lot of windows.
Yeah, there is a lot of windows.
Doesn't take a lot of brick.
True. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to raid my stash. I can't find this other. All right,
Check
I'm
the
gonna raid
bag.
my
Always
stash,
check
and
the
then
bag.
it'll show up after I put it on.
Yep.
That's how it always works.
Yep. And always check that bag.
If I have it, I don't know if I have it in that color. Uh-oh. No, I don't have it in light bluish gray. I have it in dark gray. I might have to use that. But like I said, it'll show up after I put it on. But I've been looking, so I'm going to put it up top. And hopefully it'll be easily accessible once it appears. Okay.
Yeah, Glenn, I think they do make the announcement in November. Like sometime around Black Friday. After Black Friday.
Are
you talking about the announcement of the modular? I think last year it came pretty like into December.
They did take forever to announce it last year. I thought the same thing.
Oh, nice.
Okay, let's see if this appears. But right now I'm missing one, so I had to raid my stash. And I've been looking. I've been like, it's like trust in the brick, but I've been trusting in the brick and I still don't see it. So I am gonna.
And you checked the bag?
Substitute. Oh, good point. Maybe it's stuck in the bag. Ah, you're right. It's in the bag. Here we are. Okay.
Always check the bag.
Well, you also, I predicted it. I said as soon as I put this substitute in, I'll find it.
Yep.
So there we go.
Yep.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good to have the bag close by too.
All right.
Okay, so this is the 14 windows you were talking about. The
Yep.
14 stacks.
14 stacks of 5. Whew.
Okay. Wow. Fun. This is like if you're knitting or crocheting, you know how sometimes it's like knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2.
Yeah. Well, so there's the thing for me when some people are like, oh, it's so repetitive and this. I'm like, if I know it's going to do the same thing, I just knock them all at the same time. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't, because like with the world map or the globe. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, hey, here's this. As soon as I get that new bag, I'm like, all right, I know it's the same one. Just gonna knock them out.
Right. So this is what we have to make 14 of these with the what is nice is having this 1x2 with the rail. I like that. But anyway, so you're gonna watch me make 14 of these. Yay! Fun time.
Happy joy, joy.
Yeah. Well,
All
see,
right,
it's nice we're doing this as a group, so that way, if you're doing this by yourself and you can't really, have a conversation about other things while you're doing this.
All right, Eva.
Good with yourself.
Huh?
Here's piece count. You ready for the extra count?
5
5 extras.
Oh,
5 extras.
5 extras.
So you're already done with your windows. Like I said, I'm always a bag behind you too, which actually works out well because then I usually work on that on my Twitch stream. So people who are hanging out on the Twitch stream can.
Because not only are you in the chat, but you're also then like showing the prints and showing all the things. So
yeah, I'm not being too hard on myself because it's kind of like, as a streamer, at least I would think, maybe I'm wrong, but if I'm viewing this, you just don't want to see, 3 talking heads, right? It would be nice to actually see what you're building, so that's why I have this side camera going. It does help you with your manual dexterity, though. I will say that. But this set is definitely worth it for the minifigs. If you're not into modulars or buildings, then just part it out when you're done. And keep the minifigs. Or you can sell the minifigs and then recoup your cost. Okay, there's 5. Only 7 more to go. Oops.
yeah, I was at a restaurant, and when I was at a restaurant one day with my partner, and behind my partner was the TV was going on, and I whether it's actually like what's on the TV or not, I have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just when we're talking about talking heads, it was Derek. It was a baseball game. It was A-Rod. It was A-Rod, and he was just like obviously in his house, like he was just like, oh, like his face. Only his face would move. Nothing else was his body. He would like lean in, do a face, pull back out. Nope. So I was watching the entire time. I was like watching A-Rod's face go.
Oh. Well, that's why, it's nice when they do cutaways and they actually cut away to the game or something, whatever they're watching.
Well, they had the talking heads were on the left side and the game was on the right side.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple of screens where it's just the talking heads.
Right.
In fact, that was a couple of streams. I was watching a couple Lego Master reviews, and they were just talking about the episode. They didn't have a lot of visuals.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, you kind of need the visuals. Like, wasn't that cool, that build that they did with all the green? And it's like, would be nice to see. Maybe this is a time for you to do that.
Yeah, so right after the end of this last season of Lego Masters, I started doing a deep dive into Talk Brick Masters, and I had a really hard time listening to it because of course it's a podcast, so there was no visuals. So I couldn't see what they were talking about. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Sometimes things don't translate well into a podcast. So Glenn says, I got lucky and started modulars when they first came out. Yeah, that's a good time to start. And I love Talking Heads. David Byrne and Company. Yes.
Yeah.
Burning down the house.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said Talking Heads. I was like, Talking Heads, the music group?
Right?
That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, they're around?
They're actually, I think, still doing stuff. Yeah. But it would be nice to have the Talking Heads in the background while we're building, but then we get a copyright strike.
Right.
Do that. People are so picky about their content. Okay, I think I'm up to, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so only 4 more to go. Talking Hens ended a long time ago, but David Byrne is still going along. Yeah, that's what I thought. I sometimes get the Talking Heads confused with B-52s because they have kind of a similar vibe to them. But friends don't let friends build alone, so that's why we're doing this.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect tagline.
So are you on bag 8 now?
Yes.
Yeah. And
You are
coming along?
Yeah, I'm on 8.
All three bags of bag 8.
Yeah.
All 3 bags of bag number 8. I never confuse Talking Heads with B-52. Okay, well, you're definitely more of an aficionado than I am. It's like, come on, we're almost there. We're almost done. So I imagine if you do these builds, like I was looking at Ferg's Avengers Tower that he brought to BrickCon and they featured on Beyond the Brick. I mean, he did a 5-foot Avengers Tower. This thing was massive, and he's gotten over 1 million views on that mock. And oh no, there it is. I'm missing one window. Where is it? But he's got a ton of windows, and I'm thinking he probably had to do something similar to this, where he had to just plow through putting a bunch of windows in. Okay, last one. There we go. All right. So I get to put them all in place. I think I'll start on this side over here, where the water cooler is. Now, one thing, I think you mentioned this last time, Yvette, is that because these are windows, when you push down to try to clutch it, it doesn't clutch very well.
No, they don't.
So you've got to be really careful.
Yeah.
Because just to show people, there's a lot of bending. Oops. Bending and breaking that happens with this. So, yeah. And I think I remember the plastic formula changed recently. They talked about this. Tips and Bricks talked about this with the VW Bug, or not the VW Bug, the VW camper van, the second one that came out. They
Mhm.
gave it a 0 rating, and I'll never forget. They did one picture. It was like a plate like this, and they did this bend to it, and it looked like an arch because it was so flexible.
The roof was where people complained. I bought that set, but I have not put it together.
Yeah, there's a lot of complaints about that satin. I have the original, and I have had no desire to buy the new one. And
Yeah,
they
I have both. I collect that whole line. So every time a new car comes out, I get.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I love those cars.
Cars are great. The creator cars. Yeah.
I love
So
them.
my little tip, if anybody's doing this set, is to push down on the sill first, and then push down on the top. It seems to clutch better. Yeah, I got kind of back into the hobby with the creator um, Mini Cooper.
Oh.
Got that as a gift, and it was just mind-boggling to see how many changes Lego had made to all the pieces. And let's see.
I think the only one that I skipped on buying was the London bus. For some reason, I don't think I have the London bus. Everybody talked about how repetitive it was of a build, and it kind of
Right.
turned me off because you kept making the same seats over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Eiffel Tower, where
Yeah, I heard the
repetitive.
Eiffel Tower is a bear. That Eiffel Tower, and also the Roman Colosseum,
Yep, the Colosseum, yeah.
and also Manchester United, I think.
Yeah,
Probably
Inter
any of the
Stadium.
any of the
Any of
stadiums,
the stadiums.
any of those.
I have one of them, and I haven't built it yet. Because I'm just gonna wait on that one.
Yeah, I didn't buy any of those.
I'm not into soccer, so I have no desire to do that. I can understand Manchester United is a very popular set because football is really big in Europe.
Well,
No wonder.
all three of the stadiums they use are very popular teams for their respective leagues.
Right.
I'm running out of tabletop space.
Yeah. These are nice windows, so once they all come together,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And I imagine the next part is to secure the top. Once those are in place, secure the top. Okay, let's see.
Did you get yourself some?
You can see there's a lot of wiggle room here with all of these windows, but I guess once you put in the bricks,
Yeah.
pretty solid after that.
Yeah. it evens up.
There we go. So that's just put those bricks up. Definitely, it's much more secure. It's looking pretty janky on this side. You can kind of see that there's like it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need those bricks. Need them. It's just like one by sixes, I guess. Yep.
No.
Much better. It's like gonna have a lot of leaky windows otherwise. They're leaking all over the place. It reminded me of, I think it was a SUV, or not SUV, what is it? Not Criminal Minds. I'm thinking about one of those TV shows, Law and Order. That's it.
Oh.
One of those Law and Order episodes where they were talking about the homeowners association was complaining about leaking windows in high-rise buildings, and like, we pay a lot of money for this, and why are we spending all this money? And of course there's some crime that's going on while that's happening. Okay, so I'm guessing that this side is still a little wobbly because it's right on the seam, or did I do that wrong? Because there's still a stud open here on each side.
No, you're right. There's a long one going in there, but it's
okay. Okay, that's coming.
Putting in a support piece
pretty soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing another sub build. Yeah, no, I'm really glad we're building this together because I like building larger sets, like Apocalypseburg was fun to do.
Oh, I love that set. I had that set on a shelf and the shelf collapsed.
Oh no.
And it just hit the floor in 1,000 pieces.
Shattered.
I just picked it all up and I said, I'm going to rebuild this because I loved that set.
Yeah, that's a pretty unusual set too, because everything with Lego is so pristine, and to have something that's kind of deliberately dystopian and
chaotic.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, what do you guys think of the Spider-Man one, the Spider-Man No Way Home, that build?
I'm on the fence about it.
I really want to get it because it looks cool, like some great techniques, but I think I'm gonna wait.
I am waiting. I'm not buying it right away.
I'm not even sure I know what set you're talking about.
Yeah, with the Statue of Liberty head with the.
Yeah, it's a brown Statue of Liberty head. With Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and.
It's like 3 different Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that show when they had all Spider-Man represented, the multiverse. The multiverse allows you to do whatever you want now with Marvel.
Well, then if there are a few, there's a few shows that I watched, and I'm like, there's a continuity issue. It's multiverse. It's okay. That is now the answer. It's the multiverse.
It's a multiverse. It's what it is. All right, so this is interesting because this goes into this notch here. Oh, and it's secured on this pillar. Oh, that's very clever. That is very clever there. That's how they keep both items secure. Okay. Wow.
And then you'll get it where you put the other beams on, and it's really strong and stable.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's because. Oops! I've got all this dog hair in here. I got to do some vacuuming today. All right. So this is where this comes in with these. Ah. Okay. There we go. Not so wobbly, but still a little wobbly. All right. And this last piece goes here. All right. Yep. Oh my God. So much dog hair. Like, how did all this dog hair get in here? I guess maybe because I have a dog. A dog that sheds. Oh well. I might have to do a micro vacuum on that or something.
It's the same thing in my house. Dog hair everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I must have missed something. Where does this dish go? Does this
That's
go on
for
the
the water cooler. The water
That
cooler.
goes to the water cooler.
Okay.
The bottom of the water
I
cooler.
almost missed that one too. I almost missed that.
Okay, so it must have been on. Oh, I see. Must have been on this section here.
It goes above the jumper, the 1x1 white jumper, or the 2x1 white jumper.
Like that. Does that make sense? Let me go look at the instructions, double check.
Yeah, because it's this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, great. It's not a race. That's true. And no betting. Spider-Man Final Battle 76261.
Yeah.
Some new pieces I really want. A curved version of the long, clear stick with the 1x2 plate on one end. Oh, a curved version of that.
Ooh.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I just want the figs. I just want the figs.
You just want the figs and the experience of building this. Yeah, that does look like a better water cooler now. And I caught it when I still have room to get in there. That's what, and so you can see that this is now becoming a complete section. Is the next portion of this a new layer for the next bag?
It's the roof.
It's the roof. Okay.
It's this part. It's the roof.
Okay, so you're right. We've actually gone through this bag pretty quickly. That's only an hour.
Yeah.
Because we've been tracking at an hour and a half, I think, per bag.
Bags 8 will make up for it.
Oh, bag 8's gonna make up for it.
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Said too soon. Said too soon.
Oh no. Okay. And you said there's 3 bag 8s?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go find them. All right. There's one. Okay, there's another. See, that's why I think of you as my scouts, because you do the trailblazing ahead of me. It's like, be careful of this. Watch out. Okay, I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear all the crinkling.
Hey Yvette, have you gotten to the part where you're using the, I don't know what you call them, the tile that has the I don't know what you call that.
This here?
Yeah, those. Yeah.
No, not yet.
There's a part that looks like there should be 1x3s, but there aren't. It's 1x4. If like 1x2s and 1x4s, but on the picture it looks like it should be a 1x3.
So Glenn is saying sometimes I'd rather have 3 baguettes. I guess instead of three bags. And those are in the panel family grant.
Thank you.
I couldn't
It
think
is
of
always a
one.
good resource.
And there were 1x3s. I just didn't I didn't know where they were. I found them.
Okay, good.
Oh boy. Now that when we put it on top.
I see this massive panel, so I'm guessing this is going to be for some sort of sticker.
Yeah.
And then each one of these big bags has a small bag. Great. Well, at least we know these pieces are going to be for the outside, which is nice. So we're going to be doing some exterior work. Okay, so this minifig, which minifig are we making now? The one with the white hair. And she's got a whip.
Black Cat.
Black cat.
A nimble, cunning criminal with the sticky paws.
Never heard of her.
But then also, like, it's he has jewels, and so I'm like, is that their version of Catwoman?
It's got to be. There's
This
some
is a jewel
overlap,
thief.
I think.
Yeah, I think she's Marvel's response to Catwoman.
At least you get 2 whips in this set. Because you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
have enough whips. I'm looking for the head. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the head's in this little bag. It's kind of nice that she's got a mask already on the head print.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Is it double-sided? It is
Yep.
double-sided. So
All right, so that's
Okay.
always been my question.
Sure.
When it comes to a double-headed minifigure, which side do you choose? How do you make that decision?
depends on how you're feeling that day. Like I've got her smirk face here, and then here's her angry face. So
Always use the face that's not smiling.
Okay.
Especially if it's funny. It's like a funny smirk.
yeah,
Or
like this one.
your mouth is like, uh-oh, stuff like that. Without
And if
Okay.
they're throwing up, you absolutely need the throw up face.
Yeah. I always do the funny
You
face.
always got to do the barfing face, yeah, because you don't get
Okay.
many of those. Like
True.
there's the NASA, I think, people set, the one with the all of the astronauts, and so they're like in a test arena, and there's one that's got the barf face. So it's like, okay, he went through the test and he's not feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like the funny faces.
Here we got this whip. She's ready for battle. Look at her. That's a pretty cool minifig.
It is.
Yep. Okay. Moving right along. All right. Speaking of movies, have you gone to the movies recently? There's so many good movies out.
No. I have not been to the movie theater since COVID started.
I just started going, and I went to see Indiana Jones with my friend, and I really liked it. It to me, it redeemed them of the fiasco of the Crystal Skull. It was like I needed that out of my brain. Whenever I have like a Indiana Jones movie marathon, I always stop at number 3. Don't bother with Crystal Skull. Yeah. Yeah, because it was just so bad.
Well, and so like, when I was growing up, like my first Indiana Jones movie was the third one, and so I'm like, that's the first. And of course, now as I've grown up, I've seen all 3 of them, but it's like, no, it's the first. Oh no, it was not. It was not.
My first was Temple of Doom. The first one was Temple of Doom that I saw.
Okay.
That one always in my mind is the best one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've seen all of them, and so when the latest one came out, I told my friend Marianne, I said, hey, we got to go see this. And I hadn't been to a movie in a long, long time. I think the last movie I went to see was Rogue One, the one of the Star Wars movies. And I was like, man, I haven't been to a movie in a long, long time. But a lot of people have been talking about both Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Right.
So that's like all the buzz right now.
Barbenheimer,
yeah.
Yeah, last movie I saw in theaters was Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. That's fairly recent.
Yeah. But before that, it was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I think.
And then that's my first movie since COVID.
And that's the thing is that when COVID hit, there were so many things that you did. Like I used to do movie reviews, and that was like a routine. Every week, I would go out and watch 1 or 2 movies. And when Oscar season came around, I would be going to the movie theater 2-3 times a week. Wow. Kind of like how you go to the Lego store, Yeah, and I was just it really depressed me not being able to go to the movies. Now things are opening up, but I'm still a little leery, especially when somebody starts coughing in the middle of the movie. Oh. I mean, even I didn't like that before COVID, but it was just like, I actually asked my friend to switch seats with me because the woman next to me was coughing. Oh. And I just told her, I said, I can't concentrate on the movie with her. And she told me later she thought she was a smoker because she could smell like cigarette smoke on her. Yeah. She said, yeah. Still, it's like, I even wore my mask for a little bit when I was sitting next to her because it was just like, really? You had to come to the movies when you have a cough? Stay home. Home.
Everybody's staring at you with daggers coming out of their eyes.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're sitting right next to the person, and you're like, "Oh, please."
I don't remember which time I went to the theater, but I went to the theater, and you know how like when you're eating popcorn and you get that dry throat, and I'm coughing to the dry throat. I'm like, oh god, people are gonna think that I got COVID, or it's like, okay, I gotta find some way to wash this down and get this to stop.
Yeah. Well, and
I don't do many theater movies. I just don't. I'm a big germaphobe. Yeah. There's been times I went to a movie and there was someone around me coughing so bad. Yeah. I just walked out and said, "Can I get my money back?"
Right.
And did you? Did they give it to you?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Was this before COVID?
This was before COVID.
Yeah.
And it was a packed theater. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's if you're in a packed theater and somebody's coughing the whole time, and it's kind of like
it was, and the person was coughing so much that I was like, I can't even enjoy the movie.
Right.
Let me go ahead and go and get my money back. I think the last movie I saw was the first Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago.
Wow. I don't know what happened. I had a 1x6 handy, and then I realized I put it in the wrong place, and now I can't find it. So I'm gonna grab from my stash again. I'll look one last time, but gosh, I don't know. I got 1x4s, 1x8s. Oh wait. Is this it? Aha. Yep, there it is. Okay. Life is complete again. Oops. I'm out of focus. Let's see. I gotta put this. There we go. I'm now putting the plates up top. Yeah, COVID really changed a lot. I mean, the good news is that there's a lot of things you can do virtually. So
Yeah.
Well, I noticed too, movies nowadays, they go to DVD very fast.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because already seeing advertisements for what was it that I was, and it was already Spider-Verse, Into Spider-Verse, already seeing
Really?
advertisements where you can rent it
Huh.
and get the DVD.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that I just saw the what was it? An ad for the Flash movie.
Mhm. Yeah, they said apparently a lot of people boycotted that because of Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah.
And they just said that that movie tanked. And going back to Indiana Jones, that when the week we saw it was only a couple weeks ago, and it finally made a profit because opening weekend, I think it made $60 million, and it took like 300 million to make it.
Wow.
Yeah, I liked it.
They would have. I think they would have been better off to just do a reboot of a totally new character instead of using Harrison Ford.
Oh no.
Well,
He's
Oh,
classic.
no.
He's classic to it, but he also has aged a lot.
They used AI to
Oh, did they?
you haven't seen the movie, but they used AI so that he had two different portions of the movie, one where he's young and one where he's, his current age.
Huh.
So that's why they're striking right now too, because a lot of the actors, their images now are being generated by AI, and they're not getting the revenue,
Right.
even though it's their image. So that's what part of the controversy is.
Yeah.
So that's the heart of their strike right now.
Well, so yeah, part of it, but then also part of it is that once they also do AI, it's like, oh, we can own that image of you for eternity and not have to pay you again.
Yeah.
And they can use that however they want. I'm like, that's not okay. That is one of the biggest parts. It was the Actors Guild was like, hey, this whole virtual thing, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll pay the background actors a day's work and be able to use their likeness forever.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. No.
Yeah. And that's why they're saying, that the whole industry is changing with AI. And, there's a commercial out there with Jennifer Lopez, where Jennifer Lopez is saying, welcome to, this particular resort. And then they pan over to a guy in a headset just mimicking her moves, and that, the AI generator is making it all look like it's Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, wow.
It was a joke kind of commercial, but it kind of spoke to the issue, right?
Yeah.
That once you have their likeness and they computer generate it, then they could put those in there. But going back to Harrison Ford, I mean, he is iconic for that character. And
yeah, he is. But I think if they wanted to relive it, though, this generation doesn't know about Harrison Ford as
well. He's also made it very, very clear he does not want anybody else to play the character ever.
He said that.
Oh yeah, yes,
Oh.
very clear. He does not want to reboot ever,
Yeah.
whether he
Yeah.
is alive or not.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because he really feels because there was an interview about him about whether he felt more attached to Indiana Jones or to the Star Wars franchises, and he said Indiana Jones is more, what he aligns with. And I didn't know this. I was just listening to this book on tape or a book on CD. It was called, I think, The Lost City of the Monkey God.
Okay.
And there was this expedition. This is actually nonfiction. There was an expedition down to Honduras where they went deep into the jungle and they found this lost city only recently, like in the last, 8-10 years. But Harrison Ford belongs to a conservation group.
Oh, cool.
Actually, he wrote a letter to the Honduran government about how important this particular, ruin was.
Huh.
So it's not just in the actor's, persona on screen. He has a love of archaeology and conservation and all of that. So I can see why he's very attached to that character and wouldn't want to see it changed.
Oh yeah, I love Indiana Jones movies. I can watch.
Yeah,
I can watch it over. I've watched it so many times.
that's one of my favorite series. That's why I was so disappointed when the Crystal Skull came out. I was just like, really? When they started putting all of the alien spaceship references, I'm like, oh, come on, really? All right, I'm gonna have to. I must have. Maybe there's another missing 1x2 plate in here. I'm missing a 1x2 dark gray plate. I'm looking in my bags. All right, I know I have a ton of those, so I'll just grab one. Nope, not in the bag. That's what's holding me back too. It's like I keep like, where is that piece? But going back to this book, a friend of mine had sent me a link to a lecture series where this guy was the author who was talking about his experience. So I attended that seminar, and oh my God, you've got to be really dedicated to want to go on one of these expeditions. He's a writer for National Geographic, so he got paid to go out there.
Okay.
But I don't know, should I mention spoiler alerts? I don't know if you ever intend to read this book or not, but anyway, I'll just tell you. So he and his team, they had to, fight off snakes and other really nasty things in the jungle.
Why has it got to be snakes?
and they got back and they said, oh, okay, we were pretty lucky, that we got through without getting bitten and, all these other things. And then all of a sudden they start getting these sores on their skin.
Oh wow.
And it turns out that they contracted this disease from sandflies that had been biting them in the jungle, and they didn't appear for like months. So they were having all of these symptoms, and it was just like, are you? They're comparing notes. Are you getting this? Are you seeing this? And this just happened to me, and they ended up having to go to the CDC because they contracted something called leishmaniasis, which is a single-celled protozoa.
Is this the one you were talking about that was Dr. Fauci's team?
Yes. Dr. Fauci ended up. Well, so like the guy who wrote the book, I think his name's Douglas Preston. He is in New Mexico, so he went to his local doctor in New Mexico, and the guy said, yeah, you've got this nasty disease. I think it's leishmaniasis, and you better go talk to the CDC because they'll be able to tell you for sure. And it turned out to be, Dr. Fauci's group. This was pre-COVID that, they do the study of these different diseases. And I was just like, wow.
That's something to have a disease that you have to call the CDC.
Oh yeah, they actually paid for everything though because it's so rare that they don't see this in the United States because it's really in hot climates where there's these organisms living. But you can imagine they talked about many years ago that there's a curse around the city, and that's probably where this idea came from, that people would go visit this city and then they come back and months later they end up with this you know sores on their bodies. But it gets worse. I was listening to this, and they were talking about how if you get a particular type, it actually eats your face and it craters your face. So then that way, they even talked about that there's statues of people who, had pretty much lost their faces to this disease. And you're like going, you've got to really want to go on this expedition because if you contract that version, you know, hopefully you can get some sort of, therapy for it. But man, so
Yeah,
this
but then
author,
there's been those people that are like, this ain't never gonna happen to me. I'm
yeah,
too smart for that. That ain't never gonna happen to me.
oh my God, it was scary listening to it. I mean,
It
it's like
sounds
a
scary.
different horror movie,
Right.
right? That all of a sudden, your face starts to crater in, and like, what is this?
Does sound like a horror movie.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but
Sounds like
he said
outbreak or
he
something.
went through a bunch of therapy through the CDC, and he cannot donate blood anymore because even though he's somewhat cured, the protozoa still lives in your body. So what you're doing is essentially keeping it at bay. And if you are, immunocompromised, then it could take over again. So he's always got to watch for that. And I'm like, oh man, that is not worth it. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would want. First of all, I'm not very good with camping in general, but to have to also think about all these diseases and things that you might contract while you're out there, and oh my God, let's talk about. There's a snake called the vertilance. I don't know if you've heard about
I've
this.
heard of that.
Oh my God, this snake, it's the same kind of thing. The poison will eat your skin up, you know? And you're just thinking, okay. And they were lucky that none of the team got bitten. So anyway, these railing pieces are going on the side. So anybody watching the side camera, you can see what I'm doing here. This is a nice little detail. I really like these pieces. Makes life a lot easier too. Trying
A
to.
lot of what you're talking about. I used to watch a lot of those shows on Discovery Channel
Mm-hmm.
where they teach you how to live in the wilderness and how
Yep.
to survive. Oh, I love those shows.
Would you want to go out camping or doing
No,
some survival skills?
no, I enjoy watching other people do it.
Nice to watch from the comfort of your home, right?
Right. But it's
Yeah.
always so fascinating to see how people live off the grid and
Oh, I know.
how they eat and get electricity, and it's just really neat.
Yeah, I like those shows too, but and this was the first time I'd actually decided to do like an audiobook, because a friend of mine who's a Twitch streamer, she swears by them. She says she gets a lot of things done while she's listening to the book. And that's kind of what I was doing. It was like doing housework and such. And I was just, when it came to some of the things that they were talking about being in the jungle, I'm like, oh my God. Get the willies just looking at a snake. Be like, get it off of me, get it off of me.
Well, that's and for me, that's one of the things that when I'm reading something that I will just stop reading because I'm like, nope, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
Don't want to hear it. Don't want it. Nope, can't read it. Can't look at it. Nope.
I know, but when he was talking about how these different versions of leishmaniasis and how they can affect your body, it's almost like I just started cringing just imagining what it would be like.
Right.
So there's a question for you, Yvette.
Yeah.
You watch alone then? as far as I guess that's one of those survival shows.
Yes, one of the survival shows. I tell you, I watch all of them, and my son is always like, "How you watch that? It's fascinating."
You never know; it might come in handy
It's
someday.
like I would never do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what is it? The where they send people out to different remote locations. It's one man, one
Survivor.
woman.
Oh, Naked and
Not
Afraid.
Survivor.
Naked and Afraid.
Yes, Naked and Afraid. I
Naked
can
and
sit and watch
Afraid.
that
What?
day long. Yes, and they have no clothes on. They're naked
Oh, jeez.
and in the middle of nowhere.
There's actually a local Portland person, a local Portland guy was on a few years ago, around the same time as Boone was on Lego Masters. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I just think I'm definitely a pansy when it comes to camping and such. I think the last time I went camping, I was in one of those cabins that had, the shower and toilet, in the cabin, and they were telling us those are called the princess cabins.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you pay extra and they have them available. Somebody had, I think, given up their spot, so I grabbed it. That was a long time ago. I want to say that was like, I don't know, 20 years ago.
I'm out as soon as the mosquitoes show up. I'm gone.
There's another question. We love alone. There's now an Australian version of Alone. Yeah, where they're on the west coast of Tasmania. Very cool. Wombats! That's where the wombats live. I love wombats. They're so cute.
I didn't know there was an Australian version.
All right, here we go. Well, this isn't too bad. I feel like I'm making headway. It is a little tedious, but it's still, it's not too bad. Not like what people have told me when they're building the Eiffel Tower and some other things.
Yeah, the Eiffel Tower would be so
Boring.
So long.
Yeah.
Just building it would feel like an eternity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we all agree on that. That's why we wouldn't do a stream on the Eiffel Tower build. That's one you got to build on your own. So just for people watching, that we're putting in some of these the dark gray snot bricks, and we have some more corner snot bricks here too. So are you guys done with bag 8 already? Or are you still working on bag 8?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Have you put in the sticker yet? The big giant stickers?
Mm-mm. I'm still doing the window panes.
Okay. I'm deep in 9 right now.
I'm doing the rail edges now. The 1x2s with the edge pieces. So I'm putting those around the top.
One of the funny things is, so I've talked about that I do my adult Lego night, and some of the people that come and join are new to Lego, and some of them have gone in the and like ask, like raise their hand and like, teacher, come help me.
Aw,
Like,
that's
I don't
sweet.
know, I'm missing this, and I'm like, oh no, you're not. It's just that it was a 1x2, and they're like, I need a one. Those little one things. No, you don't, because it was actually a 1x2 that this goes on top, and you didn't notice that was when they do like 2 or 3 steps at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cute. Well, I'm a little confused because teacher, I need some help. Because for some reason, I have a recessed corner, and I'm wondering, was I supposed to put a 1x1 in the corners too?
Yeah, it's 1x1 plate.
Yeah, 1x1 plate. But how did
Oh.
I miss that? Because I've got. I must have missed a set of small 1x1 plates that I was supposed to put down. Aha. Yep, 5 1x1 plates. That's where I missed it. Okay. I see now. All right. 1, 2.
One thing about this build, it's because it's so repetitive, you could easily make a mistake.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, I've also now done this elevator 3 times. I'm like, okay, I can make the elevator my sleep now.
I still think I like this better than the windows that we did in the previous bag. There's enough variety here.
Yeah.
Versus that. Yeah, so going back to that guy who wrote about, going into the jungle, it turns out, the Honduran government was, really appreciative, but they were also worried about looters, right? Because now everybody knows about this discovery, so they put the military out there to protect it and to prevent looters from coming in. But the problem is all of those soldiers were also starting to get leishmaniasis too.
Oh no!
Right, because they're out there and getting bitten by these sandflies and such. So, yeah, so it's turned out to be kind of a health hazard, having people out there, and they're worried that leishmaniasis is not really that common in the United States, but that it may be moving farther north, and even these people who came in to the jungle and then went back to their homes, that they could be also, if the right sandfly, gets a hold of their blood, yeah, because it still lives inside them, so they can't donate blood, but so that's why I was like, oh man, that just suck. I don't think I want to go into the jungle. Okay. All right. Life is complete now. I found my problem. I do like this little decorative piece. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on this. It's where they take the 1x2 and then these double roof pieces, or double slopes, or pyramid slopes, or they're not quite pyramids, but with the two.
I know what you're talking about, the rounded. No,
Oh yeah, no, those are awesome.
no,
No,
yeah,
these,
the pyramid.
I'm right now at the angular ones, but I'm going to make 7 of these. And it looks like these are going to go around these corners. Right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm building the billboard now.
All right.
Billboard.
Makes those big old stickers.
Now, I'm guessing that these, do these stick up a little bit? Yeah, it looks like they do.
Yeah, above the
Yeah, above, but they're on the outside, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
But yeah, you're right. They have, I call these bread loaf pieces, the ones with the rounded ones. But I know they have an official name. Wombats and the Tasmanian Devil. Yep. I went to a sanctuary in Melbourne, Australia, called the Healesville Sanctuary back in 2015. And they had a wombat experience where 6 people could go visit with the wombat. So we got to visit with Shadow the wombat.
Nice.
Yeah. I was mentioning to my friend, he came up to from Australia, and he was in Seattle. So I met him up there last Thursday. I took time off, and I was talking about the Melbourne Cup, and I said, the last time I was in southern Australia was 2015, and that was the first time that a woman had won the Melbourne Cup. So I was there for that historic moment. And he goes, I've never been to the Melbourne Cup. I go, okay, 2025. We're going to do the 10-year anniversary of the Melbourne Cup, when there was a group of us who all went. I had a friend from New Zealand flew over. I flew down from the United States. 2 people flew down, I think, from the Gold Coast area. So we're going to try to recreate that moment in a couple years.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about, gosh, time, the pandemic took 3 years of our life away from traveling. And so catching up with people. Oops. I like that. It's a nice little exterior detail.
Yeah. With that, it made me very reminding me back to like the Chrysler Building for like Batman, like the Batman the animated series back in like the 90s. And I'm like, now I really want to build like the Chrysler Building with the new poly bag they have, the new Batman poly bag that has like kind of like Chrysler. I'm like, now I want to do that. I want to build a skyscraper, which I don't do buildings. This is the first time I've really done a big building. And now I'm like, I kind of want to build one that has, just put Batman on it.
Make it so. Yeah, I always think it's, Batman is one of my favorite comic book characters, and just the vigilante who goes out and has all these cool gadgets. Okay, almost done with this section, but it's like there's so many of these rounded ones, and I'm like, where's the one pointy one? I just need one more pointy one. Where is it? It's just like, I found one. I need the second one, so. Yeah, so going back to the jungle, I was thinking the last time I went to an area where I needed to get special shots was going to India. And I had to get malaria shots.
Okay.
And there's, I think, malaria medicine that you have to take when you're over there. And I remember that the medicine was just awful. It made me feel nauseous all the time.
Mm.
That goes back to, really, was it worth it to see the Taj Mahal? Because somebody asked me if I'd go back to India. I go, probably not. I've seen the Taj Mahal. I've been inside it. It's beautiful. It's amazing, but I don't think I'd ever do that again.
It's been on my list. It's definitely been on my list of places that I want to go.
It's gorgeous, but it's in a really rundown area of India, Agra.
Not necessarily want to go see the Taj Mahal, but definitely want to going to India is definitely on my list.
Yeah, I mean Delhi, and I've been to Bangalore. So I've been to a couple cities there. I mean, India is a huge country, so there's a lot you can see there, but I just don't know if I would go back. I'd have to have a really good reason to go back.
The way they do this window and the way you're allowed to pull it away from the building, I really like that. It's like taking the whole front and pulling it off to be able to get into it.
Yeah.
Then you can put it back on and it's supposed to stay, I guess.
Okay, so now I get to put these panels on. Finally, I was wondering when the panels were going to come into play. So for our audience here, the panels are going to go on this outer edge. Yeah, so I don't know, do you have any new plans now that travel is now available to us?
I want to go to Paris.
Oh,
my best friend
that would be nice.
We're saving up to go to Paris.
That sounds like a lovely trip. Yeah, so like I said, for 2014, I've got the solar eclipse. My friend and I went to the one back here, actually, near Oregon in 2017. And 2024 is the next one, the full solar eclipse. So we're going to be in Austin, Texas. And that's why Glenn knows about it. So one good thing about Aussie Alone, several contestants honor the first tribes and such. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I am looking forward to meeting some people in 2024 for the first time. And there was something else that I have on my calendar for 2024 that I haven't done in a while. I'm trying to remember what that was. Uh-oh. I'm off. Why am I off? I'm off by a stud. 2, 3, I think I put in a, this is what I did. There's like 1x4 panels and 1x3 panels. Took out a 1x4 instead of a 1x3.
Well, Glenn says that's not why I know about the eclipse. Astro Nook will be traveling here for the eclipse as well.
Who else? Astro Canuck. Huh. Oops, what happened?
The Canadian space person?
Astro Canuck. I don't know who Astro Canuck is. Somebody who's Canadian.
Probably science loving.
So are you all on starting on bag 9 or on bag 9?
Yeah, I'm starting bag 9. I have to go over to the box to get it.
Yeah, I was just listening and thinking, okay, they're probably starting on the next bag.
Well, because I don't do stickers, I'm on bag 10. I'm just starting bag 10.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't do stickers.
Okay. Well, I'm on, let's see, 258. Step 258. That's when I'm supposed to put this whole thing on top of the other one, right? So I'm going to switch this out. So I have another tray here with the other base. Okay, so this is supposed to, I guess, sit right on top of it.
All right, I'm ready to rock and roll again.
Okay. Definitely a modular. You can place it down. You can kind of see things are coming together. It's snapped. Okay. Well, this is looking cool. So I will see if I can pan up a little. There we go. All right, so Daily Bugle on the bottom. Then we just did this step here with the open front. And I'm guessing there's going to be another step for covering that front piece. Is that what you're working on for bag 9?
Yeah, I just now opened my bag, so
Okay. Well, I think I will definitely be ending with bag number 8. I think I still have, I still have a bit more to go, so. So now it's going to be interesting because this is covering my face. So I don't know if I have to angle my, well, we'll see how far it goes. First world problems, right? Oh no, it's covering my face. What do I do? Yeah. Well, that's going back to that guy who, Douglas Preston, who went out into the jungle. It's kind of like, that's something that's going to be with him the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. It's like you really got to want to do that, to be an explorer like that. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, is I'm building this long piece here. I would like to go to the Lego house someday. So maybe 2026 at this rate.
So Glenn responds, Astro Canuck is a Twitch streamer who does Lego and astronomy.
Oh, that sounds cool. Wow. I know that Glenn really likes Twitch. He's been big into hanging out on Twitch streams.
So that makes me wonder if they, because I know when they had the world map, they had Lego had asked a bunch of people to re-envision it as different things, and I remember seeing there was I think it was actually Kelly Bartlett. I think she did some constellations, and so I'm wondering what they think of that.
Yeah, I heard about. I think Ms. Slobricta might have been part of that too.
Okay.
Not Ms. Slobricta. Her sister Denise.
Yeah. Well, I know she did the Space Age one. I know she did one of the recent ones.
Right. Right, like they're using focus groups almost.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that.
So do you think these new sets or something, the constellation and what have you, would be something we should keep our eye out for?
I think it's one of those just mod things. I think it's just a modification. I don't think it's going to be something they're going to go get into.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool though, because I love the constellations, but I think it's more something they're going to do like more for mods.
Yeah, the constellation sets don't really speak to me. I'm not sure why. I think it's constellations are really appreciated at night, and I don't think, if I remember right, I don't think they're lit up. Right? They're just daytime sets.
Yeah,
I would like to see something lit up for a constellation.
that'd be cool.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay, so
Nice little air conditioning unit on the roof or whatever.
oh, for bag number 9?
10.
Oh, 10. Wow. Well, that's why I kind of realized that, and it gives me an excuse to go into Twitch tonight. So I will probably do that for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Yesterday, I was just wiped out after the port lug meeting, and then it was so hot. I took my dog out for a little walk, and man, I just like crashed. Like, I was like so tired. There we go. So we got to make 4 of these little modules, and then these are going to go onto this little thing that I made. Like that. So that's what I'll be doing. This will be my life for a little bit. 4 of these, yeah. Yeah, I think it's great when you have, whenever any company really tries hard to get input from, its customers. And I think Lego really tries hard to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how Dreams does, because Dreams has a very similar vibe to the video sets.
I love Dreams.
You do? Oh, good. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
because I watched the show on Netflix,
Oh, okay.
and it makes this all the sets make sense
Oh,
when you
okay.
watch the show.
So Yvette, have you seen the new episodes? Or they dropped the new episodes?
yeah, I heard they have 10 new episodes that just came out.
When did it drop?
Like yesterday.
I noticed it 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Yeah.
For another season, so second season.
It just says episodes, so it's the first 10 and now the next 10.
Yeah, because I just finished the last 10 maybe a day ago, and I don't remember seeing more. Oh, you're gonna have me looking.
So did you have episode 1 through 10, not 20? Okay, yeah.
Maybe it popped up. Maybe it popped up yesterday or the day before, and because I was watching 1 through 10, I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
And maybe they popped up after I finished. But
So
that's gonna give me something to watch tonight.
Glenn has a comment on the constellation sets. He said he hasn't heard about the constellation set, but Tales of the Space Age set has 1 panel out of 4 that has a constellation, which you can change up.
So it wasn't an official set. It was that the world map. When the world map came out, Lego had sent some people an extra, a copy to say, hey, what would you do with this? And Kelly Bartlett actually made, so go look back on an old like Instagrams of Kelly Bartlett's, and she did a Hawaii map, and then she did a map, or then she did constellations, like actually like then putting using some wire to actually like.
Oh yeah, she brought that to a convention.
She did, yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
She's just an amazing artist.
Yes, she is.
And a very nice person, too.
Yes. That she is. She's incredible.
Yeah.
We shall see what happens if
Ninja just dropped in. Hey, Spot. And also Dreams can be watched at lego.com, YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon.
Yeah, I've been watching it on Netflix. Maybe the next 10 is on a different.
I found them on Netflix.
You found it on Netflix?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look when we finish.
It's like watch party.
Yeah.
Well, so it was funny. Like, I was looking at the new. So watching. So I was getting some of the sets. I'm like, oh, this is really cute. One of the characters has a really cute. Unicorn has a unicorn torso. And I'm like, oh, so adorable. But I'm like, none of them had a unicorn. And the very first episode of that new wave, like episode 11, like the first like 5 seconds. Look, there it is. It's the torso. Oh, yay!
And so Spot has watched the first 2 episodes. Not bad.
Okay.
This might actually be a success compared to what they tried to do with Video. Because Video had some really cool minifigs, but they tied it to that llama and the music and that app.
They tied it to the app, which that was, no.
Yeah, that whole collaboration with, what was it, Columbia Music, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Not good.
For me,
unfortunately.
I don't think they've really learned like how to use or how to get the technology right on the games, because or the mobile games. They're not the mobile games. The what's VR basically when they put it in real life. Like they haven't really figured out how to do that for Lego, at least.
Well, they're good at making tactile kinds of toys, but software has not been their specialty. That's why you leave it to the Nintendos of the world to do software.
Oh yes, Glenn. Sorry about the spoiler. There's a torso that has.
Spoiler alert. Well, you heard it here. Lego apps always fall short. Yeah, exactly. Like Hidden Side, right? That was another thing. Yeah. I tried that app a couple times.
I tried it too.
Bring the ghost, and it was kind of like, okay, I kind of get it. You're using augmented reality to kind of project ghosts onto your set, but it was kind of like, so okay, I caught a blob, yay. It wasn't that interesting to me. Yeah.
No, it was.
I'm surprised that they haven't worked out something with Disney to put augmented reality with the Haunted Mansion set. That would make more sense. Speaking of which, I'm actually planning a trip to Disneyland. I decided that since I'm going to be in Southern California to go to Legoland, I'm going to go north and spend some time at Disney too.
Oh, you're going to do Legoland?
Yeah, I've got a trip planned at the first weekend of October to go to Legoland. And then I said, a friend of mine is, she's an artist, and she's going to be displaying her work at a Disneyana event. And she says, if you're going to be in town, I'm going to be there Sunday. So I figure if I drive up from San Diego Sunday, and then I might as well, I'm going to be literally like in Anaheim, and Disney is like right there.
Yeah.
I might as well. And it's the 100th anniversary. And I even was talking to another friend about what rides and what attractions are at California Adventure versus Disney. And I think I'm going to end up spending 2 days at Disney because all of the attractions that I want to go see, like the Jungle Cruise and Pirates of the Caribbean, and some of those are all in Disney.
Yeah.
So Glenn says, I've seen the torso thanks to Dr. Cat Build.
Nice.
Yeah, she's awesome. Oh, lucky. Well, I'm saving up my money for that. So it's, I don't know if it's luck or just commitment. You gotta, it's one of those things where with the pandemic, it really made you think, what are some of the things that you haven't done that you wish you had done before you got locked down? And I haven't been to Disneyland in decades. And since we are going to be on the 100th anniversary, it's one of those things. It's kind of like, well, going for the experience, and life's too short.
When you're going during October?
Yeah, it's going to be like on a Monday, Tuesday, so hopefully it won't be too bad as far as the crowds.
Well, which that's one of the times that I want to go because of all the Halloween stuff. I'm like,
exactly. They start the Halloween things on September 1st.
Yep.
So a friend of mine who used to work at Disney said he always loved that time of year because it just all the Halloween decorations come out.
Nice.
So this is nice, putting these in. But yeah, I just kind of figure it's going to be expensive, but if I don't do it this year, when will I do it?
Right.
Where goes it there? So I will be visiting with P.T. McEwen and his family because they live in Southern California.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I'll be staying with him and his family for 1 or 2 nights. And the other thing, I think by doing one park for two days, because I was, they have this hopper pass that you can hop between parks. And I was just thinking, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to enjoy, one park for 2 days. Really get to know that park.
Yeah, that makes sense because it takes so long to really get on rides.
Yeah, you spend like an hour waiting for a ride, and
a ride that you need extra days just at one park,
right?
Because you don't get a chance to get on many rides because the lines are so long.
Yeah, unless you have one of those fast passes or something.
The Genie, yeah.
But then you pay extra for that too. That's the only thing that it kind of bothers me is just the whole, the actors strike that's going on, and Disney's all part of that too. And so part of me is like, well, I would really like to go, but the actors strike now. How do I support them? Maybe I shouldn't go to Disney. So it's almost like, could you just resolve the strike?
Right.
But you just, come to the table, because how long do they go?
Just pay the people. Pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
All you gotta do is just pay them.
Right. And it's interesting too, historically, that both the writers and the actors are striking at the same time.
Yeah.
Very unusual. So that just goes to show you how the industry, there is some problems going on right now.
The last time there was a strike, brought reality TV. The last time they had a strike, all of a sudden reality TV just blew up.
Yep. Well, that's why, Lego Masters, that's something we watch, and it sounds like I have a feeling they're probably going to, because if the actor strike keeps going on, they might have to start another one like season 5 sooner.
Well, I'm wondering. I've been wondering about that, like that piece of like, because I'm assuming that Will Arnett is a SAG member. I was wondering if like that's gonna get into that, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Like, so how is he affected by all this?
Right.
Is he considered a scab if he still keeps working?
But also, if it's reality TV, is it the same contracting? Is it still that same? I don't know. Don't know how those work.
Well, I think they already recorded season 4.
Yes, but I'm saying for another
season
season.
5,
So
they might have to
5.
get a different actor or something,
Right.
or a producer, or somebody else. It'd be like, who would they get to be on the show, right?
Probably be somebody that's brand new.
Oh, you know what they could do? What they did for Lego Masters New Zealand, they brought in Robin Sather, who is a Lego employee, to be the judge. And maybe that's what they do, is they bring in a Lego, like maybe Matthew Ashton or somebody.
Or they'll bring a past contestant.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. They could do that too. Like Boone.
That'd be cool.
Boone would make a good one.
Boone would be awesome.
So Glenn brings up, but Will Arnett is a producer of Lego Masters. It's true. So it's that piece because that's separate than the writers, or the actors and writers. But I wonder, like, as an actor, like if they're how that works. Because that's an interesting little like sticky wicket right there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is he considered an actor or a producer? Because producers
I think
are
in
not
both.
affected by the strike.
I think he plays both.
Yeah, exactly.
Spot. I'm right there with you. I was like, Boone would be awesome as a host.
Boone would be awesome.
Yeah, he probably would do it too.
I think it'd be hilarious. It'd be awesome.
That would be.
He would be an awesome host.
And it would be like an AFOL actually, managing through the AFOLs. Yeah.
Right.
AI is about to steamroll the whole industry. Yeah, we talked about that earlier too. Yeah. Because we were talking about Indiana Jones, and spoiler alert, the new movie has Harrison Ford as a young Harrison Ford, and then his current age. So they definitely used AI for part of that.
Well, and some of that I think that's it works because oftentimes like they've already had the actor's consent and that, and so that it works. But then it's the other part where they are not consented, where they use their images afterwards when they otherwise.
Right.
That's where there's an issue. Is not just that it's used part of the show, because that they've been using that for a while. Of like, there's some other shows.
Oh yeah, like Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher died, and they used her image as AI for parts of the Star Wars series.
Yeah.
Which really freaked out her daughter, Billie Lourd, because she plays a small part in Star Wars, and then she saw the movie, and her mother is acting, and it's kind of like, my mom's not alive anymore.
Well, that and they with what's his name? James Earl Jones has given permission for them to use.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to voice act anymore, so they've given that
James Earl Jones has pretty much decided, go ahead, use AI.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I can kind of see it because he's older now, and
yeah.
But that's cool because then James, his voice will be forever.
Absolutely.
On stuff, and he has one of the best sounding voices.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Love his voice.
A young Slim Goodman is a disturbing thing to see. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. But South Magic Newman says, Writers Gemstones de-aged John Goodman, but slimmed down as well. A young Slim Goodman is a disturbing to see.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of actors who have incredible voices.
Yeah.
They do.
And so they'll live on with their voices in future shows. Okay, I'm kind of on the last part of this outer window. Finally, okay, so we're using these plates to secure this down. It is definitely a big set, so space management is definitely a challenge.
Space.
Space.
Yeah, I am looking forward to convention season because I'm going to go both to
BrickCon?
BrickCon and Brick Slopes.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
You were one of the few people who had their hand up for Brick Slopes.
Yeah, it'll the first time out there, so it'll be interesting.
I think you and Eli will be representing Portlug.
Yeah, so it's actually so there's four Portluggers that will be there. So it's JJ, who's a new member, one of my friends, and then Eli and Hunter will be there.
Oh, so JJ, yeah, he's loads of fun. I love JJ.
Oh no, not Risk Cascade JJ, but my friend JJ.
Your other friend.
Yeah.
Who's also named JJ.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a few of those in
You got a lot of friends named JJ. We have another JJ in the group who's part of the Jurassic Park collab too.
Yeah, that's the Bricks Cascade JJ yeah. And then there's the other
Okay. I thought I missed a piece, but there it is. This is definitely harder to do for the camera than it is. Ah, see? Hold up. I just dropped it. See if I do it this way. Get the corner first. There we go. Okay, so now we have a complete window, all sealed nicely like that. And then I have one more layer on top. And then we start putting on panels, it looks like. Okay. Whew. You're right. It is a little tedious, but it looks amazing. I hear Brick Slopes, you get a lot of swag.
That's what I've heard. That's the rumor I've heard, yes.
So be prepared for acquiring a lot of swag while you're there.
I might have to get a bag and send it back with Eli.
Or fly on Southwest or one of those airlines that lets you pretty much bring whatever you want.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Panels, and more panels.
Yes, and both Glenn and Spot are talking about Cody Otley, the king of swag. Cody is the man.
The king of swag, yeah. It's true. Cody Otley. Also the leader of the Bearded
Builders Guild.
Bearded Builders Guild, right?
Yeah. And then also BBG Forge too.
Right. He's into everything. Okay, so I think now I get to put these little bread loaf pieces in on the corners, right? I probably shouldn't have put all these panels in. I think I was supposed to go left to right. We'll see if I can still squeeze them in between. Oh, this isn't too bad. So you'll be done with bag 10 pretty soon?
Yep, not too long.
I think I will be done pretty soon with this bag. 8.
How are you coming with 9, Yvette?
I am putting on the last few pieces, and I will be on 10.
Nice.
So there are 16 bags in this set. So it sounds like we have, what, 3 more streams? Maybe?
Well, this one went quick because we were at 7, so we're at some of us, so 2 or 2 and 3 bags, so not bad.
True.
And we're only at what? We'll probably be at 2.5 hours, so not the 3 or 4
Yeah,
hours.
that's true.
we've
Compared
had.
to our first stream where it took us 4 hours to get through, what, 3 bags? Something like that.
But also, I think we also did like 45 minutes of backstory and chat before we actually started building.
Yeah. Plus, we had to unbag everything too. And I do like these railing pieces.
Yeah, those are cool.
They just have a nice finish. Just makes it look so much cleaner.
Your bag.
10.
Time. Oh, you're up to 10. Good job.
10.
So that means tonight, if I stream, I might do it off stream. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, Spot. There's lots and lots of windows. Lots
of windows. But that's also what makes this build nice too.
Is the afterwards when you have all the windows? Yes.
If you decide to part it out after building it.
But then I've also gotten a lot of these on the wall over the years.
Okay. All right. So now I think we're on the billboard section. So did you do stickers, Yvette?
Yes.
And
bag 9, I put the stickers on.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of stickers. It looks like they're going to be putting 2 sections of, and I remember I set aside that other panel. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's in the other room. I'll be right back. Yeah, stickers can take a while. I may do stickers off stream, but got this and this. Let's see.
So Spot says, I like the build, but it was too big in comparison to my other Marvel buildings. Why am I making it into a roller coaster?
Oh, that's right. He mentioned
why
that.
you're making it into a roller coaster.
Yeah, he's putting the roller coaster through the building.
Nice.
Oh, through
He's going to put it through the Daily Bugle.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's another thing I don't like about stickers, is putting a sticker on a curved panel.
Yup.
What they're asking us to do.
I just took a deep breath and went for it.
You went for it? That's what Dr. Cat does. She's just like, decides to just plow through. So, yeah, so this is going to go around the building like this. And then we're going to have a big sticker here, a little sticker here, and then another sticker that goes on this rounded piece. But before we do that, we have to put on some bricks. 4 2x2s.
The spot says making large-scale versions of the Spidey villains too. So like brick-built ones, like large brick-built Spidey villains.
Are we doing brick built Spidey villains?
That's
Who's
what I'm
doing
wondering. That's what I'm wondering if
I
Spot's
see. That's
doing.
what Spot's doing. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I can't find the window pane for this piece.
Oh.
I know it's here.
So this is the underside of the attachment, and so I think I'm going to follow along with Grant. So I'm going to put the big panel, which is this one, which is nice because it just sits right on these two studs. Wow, that is very cool. So you can see that that just came together nicely like that. Let's see if I can zoom out anymore. Can I zoom out anymore? Nope, I have to do it this way. Raise it up a little.
Yeah, I'm missing a piece of glass.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Check the bag. Okay, so now theoretically,
check around your book and stuff too, because sometimes that, especially with the glass, they can hide easily.
yeah, it could hide in that bag. Check the bag. Okay, so now this is interesting because these 2x2s are going to connect to these snot bricks here. If I position them correctly, and it looks like, oops. I did. Okay, so imagine a billboard here, if you would, because I think that would take me to the end. I think I only have 3 pieces left, 3 or 4. I think that takes me to the end of, yep, okay. I'm going to stop here because if I kept going, it's already 2 hours and 25 minutes. But I will definitely wait until you all are at a stopping point or done with your bags.
Well, I think I am at a stopping point because I'm missing that glass.
You're missing the glass, so you can't do number 10?
I can. I got glass panes, but I don't know if they're smoky.
Oh.
You're doing the little window.
That little window, the glass is not in here. I don't see it.
So here's the other thing with that is it doesn't actually do anything because it's hidden. You don't see it at all anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll just get a piece of glass from
because literally, so that pane gets hidden right in here. Like you literally don't even see it at all.
Okay.
It's in this build here. It's that smoky piece of glass is right in here. And then you cover it and put it right in your building. There's no need. It's completely covered.
Okay. Well, I got plenty of glass.
Yeah, it's right here. You wouldn't even know that unless you open it. You wouldn't even know that you have glass there at all.
Gotcha. I put a piece in there from my collection.
It's what's nice about being mock builders.
Yep.
We always have collections that we can substitute in. That's why I feel bad for anybody who's just opening this set for the first time and they don't have extra pieces. And then, you can't like raid your collection.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my side camera.
But have you ever noticed, even being a mock builder, you never have all the pieces you need?
You have to
True.
substitute and then order from
Gotta go to Bricklink.
Yep.
And
Oh yeah.
it's like all these gazillion pieces, and I don't
still
have
don't have
that
enough.
one piece.
Well, like,
Especially if it's like dark blue, for example. If it's a
Yes.
specific color, you definitely don't have enough.
Well, all my friends are always asking, like, how long did it take you to build that? Well, there's the how long did it take me to source it and then build. Like the build time is nowhere near the source time.
Right.
It took me 4 months to make it, but because I was taking 3.5 of those months to get the parts.
Right.
Exactly. As if I had known it was going to be like this, I think I may not have
Started the hobby.
started the hobby of mock building. I think I would have stayed with set building, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do that, which is fine.
But now I'm too deep in. Now I've mocked so much, I love it. But
I prefer, yeah. Well, I think doing something like this, you learn a lot of techniques. And in my case, I wanted to see how tall this was going to be, because then this gives me a model for future builds. Because it seems that people appreciate taller builds, especially if you go to a convention and you're looking from across the hall. I brought my city to Bricks Cascade, and I remember that I was so proud of my city because I had like a pier, I had the post office, I had, some other things. And then I looked at it compared to some of the other things that were there, and mine was like dwarfed because it was standard modular, like 2-story buildings. And some of the things people are bringing, like take a look at Eric Law. If you're not familiar with Eric Law, he has this amazing set of Harry Potter builds. And one of them is the Ministry of Magic, which is like one building, right?
Which
and
is going to
inside
be
the Ministry of Magic, he had each of the different levels in the building. So I think it had 6 stories, something like that.
Which is actually going to be at the Lego house. They're putting that in the Lego house this year.
Oh, are they?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what about his other one, the one with the moving ladder?
He took that one apart to use part for the current one.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad he got an invitation to present there. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that. That's great.
Yeah, he made a post about a month and a half ago about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
he
was also saying.
Mm-hmm.
He was also saying that because I made a post congratulating him on it, and he was saying, I'm like, well, it's really cool. There's a Northwest person being displayed, and he said that actually he thinks there's 3 or 4 that'll be displayed at the Lego house this year.
I have a feeling Douglas Hughes is probably invited too.
Oh, maybe.
Because Doug Hughes has had his, but that one is an animated one, so maybe not that one, but he's got so many amazing builds.
Yeah, he does.
I thought the Lego house, I thought the Lego house didn't do licensed things. No, they do, because Sarah von Ingraham from Vancouver had her Beauty and the Beast one over there.
Yep, that'll be coming down for the new wave. Yep.
And Spot the Magic Ninja, been collecting since late 80s. I've never had a missing piece from a new set. Well, that's good. I have heard
I've never had a missing piece either. That's why I know this piece is somewhere on this table. It's just
that piece of glass.
Lego blindness,
Right.
So
you'll find it after the stream is over.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm going to take a break from that, is I may build this little Dreams poly bag. How far are you into your build?
I found it.
Oh, you found it! Yay! Your Lego blindness.
Lego blindness
cured. But I think I'm going to build this little dream set. Because I think if I start bag 10, or what bag am I on? 9, I will just, I
this
won't.
The one they gave away free now? The one that's free lately?
I don't know. I got this as a trade from the minifig exchange.
Yes, that is the poly bag that came up as of Friday. that was released on Friday. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
So it's a $40 with City, Dreams, Friends, Harry Potter, and Monkey Kid.
I just want the little bunny microfig or this one. In fact, I'll put my side camera on again. But this little bunny thing is just so adorable.
Bunchu's adorable.
Bungie, is that his name?
Bunchu.
Bunchu. Look at little Bunchu. Look at that. So cute. Bunchu. Yeah. The other thing is the blob. And Mairead, I think, was building this poly bag, posted it, and she has a little blob with her too. So, yeah.
What's the Z? It's the Z blob, but I have an issue with the sets with Z blob.
She was able to get a plushie. I think you can only get them at some of the
I was like,
the Discovery Centers. Everybody wants the plushie, but it's hard to
I
get.
want one. I saw somebody with it. I said, how did they get a plushie?
Yeah.
It was very, very, very limited and very small.
Well, she got one.
So it was supposed. So it's was the first 20 kids under 10 that came to like the one of the not the opening day, but like the Saturday after opening.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only to kids 10 or under.
Wow. Well, somehow Mairead got one.
And I might have gotten one as well. Somehow.
Oh, really?
Lucky you.
Just because he's got connections. We know you have connections. I have different connections. I don't have those kinds of connections.
I might have found somebody in the alley.
Found somebody in the alley. You took him out? Give me your blob.
I might have gotten a Z blob from the alley.
Oh, he's so cute.
He is cute. I saw
Oh,
somebody with one.
oh my God.
I want a Z blob.
I think they will have to put those on some sort of.
I'm hoping it comes to the VIP. Like it's one of the
like a VIP award, or maybe you pay points for it or something.
That's what I'm hoping as it comes in points.
Yeah, I think there's going to be enough of a demand.
Cute.
Adorable.
He's so cute.
He's so adorable.
It's so it's one of those like you have if you you have to make sure that you get the lines right because
Oh, Z blob.
Now, have you named your blob, or just you call him blob?
It's just Z blob. It's just Z blob for now. We'll see.
Blob. Z blob. Very cute.
Yep, just Z blob for now.
I heard too that you can get your passport stamped with the blob on it.
You can, yes.
That's a new stamp. So I need to, next time I'm there, I will have to get that stamp on.
Me too.
That's the thing is that there's 3 versions in the new Dream sets. There's 3 versions of Z blob.
3?
There's 3. So there's that little micro person that you have in your poly bag.
Mm-hmm.
There is, and that's in a bunch of the sets. Then there is a 2x2 green brick that also has a dome that has a Z blob that has a printed face of a Z blob.
Mm.
And then specifically in the pirate shark ship is a little Z blob that sets Imateo's hand, and that's the one I'm like, that's the only one that's the real Z blob. Currently in the show, Z blob only is
spoiler alert.
Is a hand version.
Yep, you're right.
For those of us who haven't seen it yet.
But then we see the sets. We see the sets that have.
Right, that's true.
that have Z-Blob as, all 3 versions.
Well, I will have to start watching that. Might have to be a watch party. People watching the dreams. I do like this little set. This is a cute little set. Yep. So Glenn says, I need to get that stamp as well. I was at the store on Friday. Yeah, actually, you know how I found out about the blob stamp was I was watching Ex Veloria, Xavier from Lego Masters Season 3. He posted it. He was in New Zealand. He was at the Auckland Lego store, and they told him about the new stamp. So he had a picture of it. So that's how I knew that there was a stamp available of the blob. And there's also a stamp of the 100th anniversary for Disney.
Yeah.
You can get that also. I'm assuming our local one will have it too.
I'm pretty sure.
You'll have to check the next time you're there, since you're there so often.
Well, the thing with that is that the employees half the time don't always know what all stamps they have. It's like, oh, here's let me open the drawer of stamps,
right,
and see what there is.
Yeah,
it was cool. I actually saw on Friday last time on Friday when I went to the store. There was people that came in with the red passports because they were from Europe. They were from Istanbul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we got this little spider-looking thing.
I love those eyes.
The eyes are cool, and I guess this is like a lounge, like a chaise lounge on top. I guess
it's for the thorax. It's for the thorax the back butt. It's a spider. That's the butt of the spider.
Oh, the butt of the spider?
Yep.
So this is supposed to be down like that?
No, it's supposed to be up because like what has a spider.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, but the 2 studs are for I guess it's for this to ride on. Right. So it would have been nice to have had a jumper. Okay, now you have to explain to me this. I guess is this?
Yeah, that's the new body. That's the new body style.
It's a new body style.
Yep, because all the like in the dreams, there's several of the minions and like mushroom people have those bodies. The new body.
That is kind of freaky.
Yeah, that makes me want to get all the sets so you can get all the different minions.
Yep.
Dangerous. Yeah. Okay, and then this thing has like a lampshade that goes over his head.
It goes over his head. Yep. That's
kind of the thing of nightmares, though. It's kind of freaky.
You know what? I bought the was it the monster with the cage in his chest? I built that, and I can't remember what it's called. Is it Grim something? But it's the monster that has the prison, like a prison cell in his chest.
Yeah.
I put that together, and I tell you, I stared at that thing, and I was scared to go to sleep.
Oh, no.
I was so scared to go to sleep. I had to turn it upside down and cover it up. It was just freaking me out. It was.
Well, maybe they're onto something.
So Glenn is calling me out in the comments and says, "Grant, don't forget about Mateo and Z-Blob robot." But I've been bad about spoilers, so I was trying not to do anything on that one. So I won't say anything more about the Z-Blob robot.
All right. So we will have to watch this before the next time we meet. Sounds like.
And then Spot's asking about what's the deal with the stamps? I never heard of that. And Glenn responds, Spot. It's
passport stamps.
Yep, it's like the real passports. You go and get the stamps at the store you visit. Yep, so you can get these stamps that is the location stamps, but then you also get like, oh, there's a Pab stamp, a Star Wars stamp. There's Disney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's the Disney 100 that just came out too.
Yeah, there's lots. There's also like there's the Emmett and Wild style stamps and all those.
Oh, That sounds like fun.
I need to get those stamps. I got stamps when I was in Vegas.
Yeah, all the location ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. Because oftentimes the stamp is attached to like a an event in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Because they also do like everyone's awesome stamp and stuff. So it's also sometimes are attached to events in the store, like the Dreams ones.
This is a new piece, at least new to me. It's like a bowl, but it's a mini bowl.
Yep, the little mushroom piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's adorable. And they want the mushrooms here on the base.
You're getting my favorite new part. You're getting
Which
close
one?
to my favorite
The
new part.
swirl? This swirly piece? The big question mark?
Yep.
What is this piece? It's a question mark.
I like that
What
piece.
do
I
they-
like that piece too.
What do they name this piece?
I don't know. Maybe
it's
Glenn can help us
Kodu.
out. Oh yeah, you're right, Glenn. Glenn, that piece that we were talking about is the BB-8 head. Yep. It was.
Oh, you're talking about the one. This one is a BB-8 head.
Yep, that's it. That was originally BB-8 head.
Grim Keeper, the Cage Master or Cage Monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's
was
him. Grim. I knew it was Grim something. When I tell you, it freaked me out.
But
no.
I love the Nightmare Hunter's the scarf with the hand. Oh, so beautiful.
Wow. I definitely need to watch this show.
Yeah, I love the show.
So this is nice for a Kodu. It looks like it could be really nice for like if you're doing a mosaic or something of clouds.
It also would be cool for like a staff, for like if you're doing like a
like a
that
Lord
would
of the Rings kind of wizard
Uh-huh.
staff or something.
Yep.
Nice. All right, so we got this thing going. I think that that scarf is way dope. So is the trans purple hair.
Oh,
There's
the
also-
blue, yeah.
Somebody brought a tree house to Port Lug yesterday that had those blue pieces, and they said they modified one of the sets.
Oh yeah. I just bought the tree house. I haven't put it together yet.
Yeah, it has some blue pieces which are really nice. So we have. I just finished this little poly bag. So we've got this little. It's not quite a spider because it only has 6 legs. And then we also have this little blobby creature.
Z-blob. It's a Z-blob.
Is this Z-blob?
Yep.
Another version of Z-blob with
Yep.
feet. And then we have Bunju on this one.
Bunju.
Bunju! Very cute. I like the colors too. This magenta or hot pink and the black and this lime green.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just ordered the shark ship. I can't wait when that comes.
So Spot just did a reskin of the treehouse
set.
Nice.
Nice. Well, and also, so to plug to talk about cheap options, because it's also that treehouse and one of the houses of the Dreams is in Costco for anywhere from $10 to $20 cheaper.
That's where I got it.
Oh.
That's where I got the treehouse from. Was from Costco.
Yeah, so check Costco's right now. Costco's have had I think last time I went they had 10 sets, and usually it's cheaper than Lego. So
yeah, it was 20% off.
Nice.
Yep.
So it looks like, Grant, you finished bag 10?
Oh yeah.
So you want to show us what bag 10 looks like?
So bag 10, you've got it's the entire second floor, or it's the third floor. So it's
wow.
What would be the office, and there's a sticker that is the picture of Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So we go here. Yeah.
Nice. So that's the third floor, and there's one more floor above that, right? I think
so.
I think it's a 4-story
I think so.
building.
Yeah, because
Okay.
let me
Cool.
pull this forward. It's getting heavy.
Yeah, I was going to say that's part of the reason why we were talking about building on mills.
Yes, we build.
That's the other thing I probably should build is the mill's base, so I could put it on there.
Well, so when I was talking to someone at the Lego store, a new Eiffel at the Lego store, and she was talking about that she had has bought 4 of the modulars. She's starting to do modulars and starting to do a city. And I'm like, hey, you might want to look into mills plating. So she's gonna
look into what?
Mills
plating.
Oh, mills
for her modulars, yeah, because she's wanting to build a city and stuff. I'm like, because of y'all talking about how lovely it is, because I don't, that's not my thing, but I know how much it is helpful for people.
That's funny that you're enabling somebody else
based
on something that we said that you won't do.
I don't see the benefit, because that's not how I do things. Once I'm done with this, it's going to be taken down, so I'm not really gonna, but for other people, it was especially for people, it's very beneficial. So
when you take apart your Daily Bugle, those edge pieces on the side of the building, I may want to buy those from you. No, seriously, because if you're not going to use them, I may want to use that. So so Glenn was saying that question mark piece would make a good smoke too.
Oh yeah, it would.
I was talking out loud about building a mill's base plate. How far are you, Yvette? Where are you at?
I'm almost finished with 10.
Okay.
I'm pretty much at the windows now. Just at the
cool.
window.
Nice.
I'm debating about which base plate to use. I'm kind of leaning towards white, because the only gray I have is an old road plate, which might work out well. The problem is, the whole point of mills is that you have some structure here. I'd have to put like a cross section of Technic underneath, whereas if I put it on one of these, that might be fine, and put some dark gray like bricks around the perimeter.
Oh, since we already talked about the Gimlet purchase, there's also the House of the World 3 is also the Gimlet purchase currently. It's really cute.
Oh, that's
all
the chalet.
All of these one by one, like.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
So cute.
Very cute.
That's why I placed an order.
The only one I'm really sad.
$250 though, right? Don't you have to pay $250?
It's $250. Yeah.
Wow.
The sad thing I am about this is as you all know, I don't like the stickers. These ones are stickers. The
window pane. The window shutters are
the shutters. Yeah, the shutters. Yeah, the shutters are stickers. And then my partner's looking. I was like, "What's this? Like, why is there a fan in there? Oh, it's a barbell. There's a home gym inside of this chalet."
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what it looks like. It looks like barbells to me. So yeah.
If I remember right, on the mills plates, actually the modulars are already set up for, like I was just looking at studs 8 and 9 or 10 and 11, but now that I think about it, this is mills, so it's actually in the corners, those 1x4s. In the corners instead.
Yeah, Glenn, those are stickers, and it makes me very sad that those are stickers. The shutters are stickers. But I do like that the wood pieces, that those are printed, so I love that.
I'm gonna grab some dark gray 1x bricks.
Here goes the windows.
And then one of my favorite new sets has the seals. And yes, I bought them just for the seals. Just for the big
So
seal.
did I. So did I. I bought it just for the 2 seals.
Yep. They're so cute.
They are cute. I want that orca,
Right?
but that boat, I would end up probably throwing it away because it's so big.
It's
It's
huge.
huge
So
that it's that trying to find storage space for that hole.
yeah, no, that's
I'll
way too
probably
big.
just give it away or throw it away.
The Lego store actually had it returned. They had one returned because the hole was so big that it was for a kid, and they didn't realize just how big that boat was going to be. And they're like, nope, too big for us.
Yeah.
And so they were building it. Yeah, that thing is like this wide. It's big.
It is big, and there is nothing I can do with that.
And so what I found out that also the on the Orca, there's a little hole. There's a little pinhole.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the assistant managers was carrying around the Orca, and had a in the pinhole put a crown.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Yep.
cute.
And so I was saying the only thing that Orca is killing is the runway.
That's funny.
And so that they had the these sticks on them, the clear sticks that you use for like flying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I then handed her that one and like put it on the Orca, and so then she starts going ooh ooh. Oh, and one of the great things about the Orca is the fin. You can actually it's a bar, so you can actually clip a minifigure your hands to it.
Really?
So you can be riding on the back of the Orca.
Wow.
It's cool.
You're gonna make me buy the set. That boat, I can't do anything with that boat.
All right, if anybody wants to buy that boat from Yvette, you better get in contact with Yvette.
Yeah, anybody wants the boat, let me know.
I missed out what set you're talking about.
The one with the orca whale.
Oh, you're talking about the
That-
the new city set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I want that
That big
whale.
giant-
You just
boat.
want the Orca, you don't want the ship?
No.
That's funny. So I've decided to go with white, and I'm going to put some front-facing dark gray, so then that way it looks a little nicer in the front.
Oh, and Glenn says that the fin is the same on the big shark too. Okay, cool.
Nice. Let's see, 1x4s. Technic 1x4s. I know I just got a bunch of these from PT. Where did I put them? Yeah, PT sent me a little sampler pack, and he included some 1x4. Yeah, there they are. Now refresh my memory. I think the 1x4s show up on studs 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? Kind of like this, right, for the mills?
Let
I'm
me
too
see.
lazy to walk over and
You put 2x2, 2x2s on the corner.
yep.
So
And then
and then
the 1x4.
then the 1x4, and then a 2x3. That's how I do it. No, 2x4. So 2x2, then your Technic 1x4, then a 2x4, and do that for every corner. And then your spacing is going to be one space after 2x4, and then put your 2x2, and then 2x2 is one space, but then all the 2x2s after that are going to be two spaces. I wish I had one to show you.
Well, I think underneath it doesn't matter too much, but what is most important is the 1x4 placement, because you need.
Yeah, because see, you're using 16x16, right? 16x16 plate.
Yeah, this is a 32x32.
32, but your base on top of that is what?
A 16x4, 16x16.
16x16. So the goal is to make sure
I got to make sure the center,
and
the middles,
and then in the middle, so it won't fall in. Yeah.
So I think as long as I have these in the right place,
right,
then this will connect to the next building.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think I'm good. So now I can just put stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I can place this on top of it.
Exactly.
And I'm putting dark gray on the front, so then that way it looks clean when it's sitting on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need some 1x4s.
Yeah, I like mills because it makes it so much easier to move the build. Because I have a city, and my city goes in pretty deep. So it's difficult sometimes trying to pick up a building that's in the middle of your city.
Yeah.
If it had no real support, it's a good chance it would fall and break.
Yeah.
But with the mills, it gives it some beef, some structure on the bottom of it to reduce the likelihood that would happen to you.
Yeah. And you've Glenn says, wait for the orcas to be on Bricklink and or Pab on the Lego.com.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing.
Yeah.
Because that ship, I can't do anything with it. I have a beach side, but I have no ocean. So okay, where does this one go? Oh, over here.
I am really short on dark bluish gray. My goodness.
Little white seal is so cute. The little white seal is so cute. Little fluff, little fluff.
Yes. Yeah, because one day I want to build a zoo. So I've been racking up on animals.
Mm-hmm. Cute. Baby seal fits perfect on Mama's back. Aw. Very cute.
I didn't think of that, but yes, it does. It's so adorable.
That is adorable.
So cute.
Actually kind of looks like they're kissing Mama's neck.
Aw. Yeah. Seals and otters are just some of the most adorable sea creatures.
Yeah, when that otter pack came out, I went into the Lego store looking for it. And I said, when I walked in, I said, where's the otter battle pack? And they were like, what? I said, the otter battle pack. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. It's got the otters in it. They're like $2. And then I looked around and I said, this is it. And she just cracked up laughing.
Battle pack.
She didn't know what I was talking about. I said, where is the otter battle pack?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The stuff at my store, whenever it's, I would joke, like, because I told them about the Princess Battle Pack, and they're like, what? That's so weird. I'm like, but that's exactly, and they've started using that one.
Yeah.
Yep. And well, now that we have two versions of the otters. We have the otter, the city otter, and the friends otters.
I can't wait. I hope they make a giraffe, a city giraffe.
Ooh,
I have the one from Friends.
Yep.
But it'd be so nice if they did one.
That would be interesting. Wait, you're not counting the costume giraffe?
No. No.
I know I have some dark bluish gray 1x2s somewhere here. Huh.
All right.
Figure out another way to organize. Since I don't have 2x2s, I have to jury rig some 2x2s out of some 1x2s. Yeah. That Mills plate, before this gets too tall, I'm really glad you said something, because I remembered that I was supposed to build the base plate, the base to go under that. Gotta work on that. Yeah, there's another streamer, Bevins.
Yeah, Bevan's great. That's the person I got it from.
Yeah, he's big into Mills.
Yeah, that's the person I got it from.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love his channel. He's always showing you different techniques for stuff.
Mm-hmm. And he's a good city builder.
Yeah, he is. He was building big for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
His buildings were like massive. I'm like, oh my gosh. I can't build that tall. But he stopped that. He broke those apart. Now he's building just regular size buildings.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening with, because he was doing, I think it was a 12-story building at one point.
Yeah, he was. I don't know how this is going to go on top. That's a door. Guess it goes right here like that.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really glad you said something, Grant, because now I feel like it's at a point where putting this on the Mills plate won't be too hard. But if I keep building up, it's going to get a lot harder.
Yeah. What were you talking about, Yvette? What were you having a hard time?
I'm trying to figure out how this is going to go on top of this.
Oh yeah, it was like the other one. It'll sit just for now, like in that little hole.
Yeah,
I think where the
because it's a gap. So what are we
Yeah.
doing with the gap?
oh, we've got to go this. What the heck? Wait. What the? Oh.
Do you get what I'm saying? Is a gap behind it. So if you line the stairs up,
Yep.
there's this gap in the back side of the building.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah.
Is that because it's supposed to break out? Is that the breakout section?
I don't know.
So I'm wondering. I'm actually gonna move my camera here. So I'm wondering if it's gonna go. If it goes here, the like flat on this top, or if it goes here on this.
I was wondering if it goes up top too.
But then also, I just thought about that. It's going to, if we put it up there, that it's the
Because a stud is in the way.
right.
So it won't even go flush against that because there's studs in the way.
So right now, if we put it here, it'll set. But if we set it up here, the escape will not be all lined up.
Right. It's a gap.
So yeah, there's that stud that kind of gets in the way.
Huh.
Wondering if they'll give us a plate or something to kind of offset it.
I guess.
Tile to offset it, maybe.
That's
But
weird.
then also, these studs here get in the way of that building being flush. So
Right. And so it's stopping it. So where that bottom stud is,
yep,
it stops it. And that's supposed to be one of those, where one of those long bars supposed to go.
So I think it may actually do like this. So I'm wondering what they're going to put here.
Yeah.
In this section right there.
Maybe that's where the car goes.
Maybe.
Spider car.
Peter parked car.
Peter parked car. That's a spoiler alert.
We talked about that the first stream.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, they actually do sit it that way.
Yep. Yeah, it's strange.
Eventually, it does sit that way.
Yep.
The front side, so in essence, this is the back side. But I can't figure out why it's going to be in the way.
Yeah.
So.
And I got rid of my box, so I don't know where that. I can't see the front of it. Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me go for the instructions. Let's see.
Because the way they have it set up,
No.
the front part, the part that's open right now,
Yeah,
it's going to be to the front. So, like on page 248,
okay.
You'll see it where it's it has that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. But I'm wondering what they put in that gap. Yeah, we'll see what they put in that gap there.
Yeah. Maybe that's the part where the window comes out, crashes out.
Yeah.
But still, that's on the front side. So right now, what is going to be in that gap? That's the question.
Yep.
Should be answered hopefully at the next session.
On the next episode.
The next episode.
They say it's a way too where you can, instead of having Green Goblin smashing through the window, you can align the windows up and close.
Right. That's what I want to do.
I want to close mine up too.
Yeah.
Well, I am
Yeah, at least on this build instructions, it only shows you how the Green Goblin punches out. So you just have to make it as you want
Right.
on the next bag. Yeah. The instructions are only showing you how to have it punched out.
So this is what I have so far for my mills. Because I'm using 16 by 16s, I may want to put another one right here, but that might be enough.
Does any area smush, like give way in the middle? Is it all solid in the middle?
Well, right here?
Yeah, like in between every 16 by 16, is it solid? Like
I might need to put the seams, in other words, right here.
Yeah, so it's not bouncing.
Right.
Oh, what a build, what a build. And how many floors is on this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're at 3rd floor.
Yes, PT, we are still at it. And then PT says, Naomi knows how to build mills. She has instructions.
No, you have Micropolis instructions. This is mills. So I was using, though, the mills or the Micropolis 1x4s you sent me. You just missed me talking about you. So I did put these in, but this is not Micropolis. This is mills. So it's a little different. And we were just talking about, this is what I have so far for the substructure, and that because I'm using 16 by 16s, that I probably want to put another set right here where the 16 by 16 seams are.
Yes.
But I think that'll do it once I get those in place. But I think we're all at a stopping point now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Because Yvette and Grant made it to bag 10. They finished bag 10. I finished bag 8. So tonight on Twitch, we'll see how I feel because I'm feeling a little tired today. So, but it's similar. Yes, it's similar. But the instructions you sent me, this is the funny part, is that PT sent me a little care package. And the story is when we were at Bricks Cascade, Zonker Harris likes to route cable between the Micropolis modules. And we got to my module, and I had piecemealed together a 16 by 16 in green. And I had all this substructure because you had to have plate, brick, plate, which is a little different than Mills because Mills has a base plate. So then I said, it's probably mine. And then I turned it over, and PT just started laughing because they were just like, oh, this hodgepodge. If you can imagine this, but with all of this section all filled in because I had like 2x2s and other things in there.
Yeah.
So he sent me a care package and he sent me instructions too. So I could route the cables better. So thank you, PT. Appreciate that. Okay, so I think the next time, maybe it'll be next Sunday or maybe the week after that. But we're just going to keep doing this until we're done. So I'm guessing you guys got through, what, 4 bags today?
3.
3 bags?
7, 8, 9.
Okay,
No,
so if
7, 8, 9, 10.
we're tracking 3 bags, then 2 more streams, we should be finished. Right, because it's 16 bags total. So you'll be doing 11, 12, and 13 next, and then
We did
14,
4. We did 4 today. How many is it?
I think it's 16.
16.
16. So we're at 11. So we got
streams.
5 bags left. Or, yeah, 6.
6 bags left.
6.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to juice 2 weeks because I'll be in Brick Slopes.
You're going to be at Brick Slopes. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next week? What's your schedule like next week? You can do next week? Okay. Okay. All right. So next week, we're going to continue the Daily Bugle community build. And thank you, everybody, for hanging in with us. And don't forget to follow Two Humble Bricks on Instagram, Yvette, as well as Royal Bricks 503 on Instagram. And you're listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube. And please like and subscribe to the stream. I know these are longer streams, but we have some interesting conversations. We talked about, for example, the jungle expedition to the city of the lost Monkey King or something. But you don't want to get leishmaniasis. Very dangerous disease. But if you want to send any snail mail, you can send it to the Brickanesa Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 87232, Vancouver, Washington, 98687. And thank you also in the chat, PT, Glenn, Spot the Magic Ninja, Brick Jedi, Glenn Copeland, anybody else who's been watching along. Really appreciate you just hanging out with us. And stick around, Yvette and Grant, for real quick after the stream ends, and we'll chat some more. But thank you, everybody. And as they say on the Brickanesa Broadcast Network, thank you, and may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.